Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of really interesting bodybuilding updates. The first thing we're going to talk about is an update from our Mr. Olympia, the reigning champ, Derek Lunsford. Alright, so we got a physique update from Derek Lunsford, and it's just basically him showing us his lower body, showing us his legs. And yeah, that's kind of interesting, I guess, because his legs are his weakest body part in terms of size. Yeah, if we're talking about the details and the conditioning, then it's definitely his upper front body, like his arms, his shoulders, his chest. But if you're talking about the size, he definitely has plenty of size. In all the other body parts, it's just his legs that can be a problem when he is flat. However, his legs always look huge in the off-season. It's all about whether he comes in full at the show, and the last couple of times he didn't have a problem with that. I mean, for example, in the Arnold Classic, he was really shredded for Derek, and also his legs were pretty big and full. At the Pittsburgh Pro, however, versus Nick Walker, his legs were slightly flat, a little bit smaller, but then he fixed that for Mr. Olympia, where he came in completely blasting full. So I think his coach, Chris Acito, figured out this, and I don't think it's going to be a problem. But at this point, this is what his legs look like. It looks pretty good. I gotta say, it looks pretty good. They look pretty hard. Now, you won't see the conditioning in his legs on the level of a classic bodybuilder. For example, Ramon Dino, who just stepped on this podium right here with Derek and kind of posed with him a little bit. And here you can see the difference between the best, the Mr. Olympian Classic Physique, and the best guy in the Open, the Mr. Olympia in the Open. And here's the difference. Basically, the conditioning is the main thing, the details, the graininess, the small lines, small details that you really see on Ramon's leg and you don't see on Derek's squat, even though I would say the conditioning is pretty comparable. I don't think Derek is off with condition. For 7 weeks out, this is very good condition. He's lean, man. It's just the quality that classic physique guys have, and the open guys really do not. It's not just Derek here, but basically all the top guys, all the open bodybuilders, they just don't have those deep details, deep lines, because they're focused on size and just volume and just fullness. They just don't have the same conditioning as the classic physique guys. I'm not sure if it's all just body fat percent, or it's just the density of the muscle, or maybe some third thing. I mean, be my guest. Tell me, what do you think it could be? But no, I think it's just like the density and the volume of the muscle. Maybe it definitely has something to do with the conditioning, with the body fat percent. But here is what these guys look like compared one next to another. I mean, obviously, Derek has the angle. He's in front of Ramon, like one step in front, so his legs are gonna look much bigger. This isn't really an accurate representation of the size difference between these two guys. Ramon definitely is smaller, but I don't think he's this much smaller. But a difference is apparent. It's definitely obvious. There is a big gap between the classic and the open, and Derek is a big guy. I mean, for his short, small, tiny frame, he does pack on a ton of muscle. And Ramon is a little bit taller, so if these guys stood one next to another in one line, I don't think the difference would be this dramatic. But here, he looks like he has chicken legs next to Derek Lunsford. The conditioning does look better, but as far as the size, not even close. There is this photo also from Derek in his side shot, just showing us his side leg, the details in the side leg. Again, for 7 weeks out, it's pretty good. But I was also thinking, guys, like, he's the Mr. Olympia, and he's just really hiding his physique away throughout the entire year. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys like that? I mean, he's doing the Dorian Yates shadow thing. I mean, if you are the Mr. Olympia, why not show your physique all the time if you are the best in the world? Is that just Derek's insecurities? Or maybe he thinks the fans wouldn't be as excited to see him on that day on the stage? You know, as they say, scarcity creates value. So I don't know if that's his approach to this, but personally, I definitely don't like it. I definitely prefer what Nick Walker is doing. He's giving us something to look at, something to talk about, something to follow other than 1 or 2 shows a year. I mean, it's up to Derek. It's his choice. He can do whatever he wants as the Mr. Olympia. As he says, he traveled, he promoted the sport. I don't know. He's probably making YouTube videos of him training. But as far as showing us his body, which is the whole point of a bodybuilder, no, you only get to see that maybe at one guest posing a year and then also at one show, Mr. Olympia. And that's about it, really, as far as Derek. And I don't know, guys. I don't love it, but it is what it is. Here you can see his legs from the side and from the front. It looks good. It looks like he's big. He's in good condition. He's in a good spot. Whether he's going to win the Mr. Olympia title, it probably has a lot to do with what Samson Dauda brings. As we do have not really a physique update from Samson, but you can get a pretty good idea what Samson looks like right now. It's a video. We actually have two videos. One of them is this one. It's just him training and basically standing there. And like I said, it is really all about what Samson Dauda brings. That's going to determine who's going to win the Mr. Olympia. In my eyes, it is Samson Dauda's show to lose. Now, if an outsider was looking at the sport and just was looking at the results, he would see that Samson won the title once. Other than that, he's like kind of on a down pad at this point. Like he took second at the Arnold and then fourth at the Mr. Olympia. And he lost the Prague Pro to the 5th place finisher of the Mr. Olympia. So this puts him basically in a 6th spot in the world last year. So if you look at the results, you would say that no, he's not going to win the Mr. Olympia. He's going to probably place even worse because his results are worse and worse progressively. But if you really know the sport, you know that this physique is the best physique, the best body that we currently have. He's the biggest bodybuilder with the best shape, with the best completeness. It's all about what kind of conditioning he brings. And if he brings the good conditioning, again, it's a huge if. That's a huge if. Because he brought it maybe like once. At one point, 2024 Mr. Olympia, he was 90% on. And that's the best Samson we ever saw. So if he delivers that, if he repeats that look, that's 90%. Not even talking about 95 or 100. If he brings 90% look and doesn't lose the size and actually somehow gets even bigger, because it seems like he has gotten bigger, it's lights out. It's lights out. Derek Lunsford, who is like 5'6" and hottie, who's the same height. These guys with a bunch of SEO everywhere. And then you have Nick Walker, who doesn't have exactly the nicest structure. That's putting it mildly. Andrew Jack with no hamstrings, no side leg. Samson is the clear winner here. I mean, people are comparing him to Ronnie Coleman. I think it is a somewhat fair of a comparison. I mean, his physique does remind me of Ronnie. Huge, massive, round, big, really complete bodybuilder. The only thing that he doesn't have as Ronnie is the legacy, the amount of wins, and the conditioning. But let's assume this year he brings the conditioning. Again, 90%, it's lights out, man. It's lights out. So here in this video, you can see that he is definitely getting harder. He is getting leaner. And he's keeping a lot of that size. So again, guys, I talked about this before. If he hired a professional coach 5 years ago or even 10 years ago, he would have maybe even as many titles as Ronnie. That's a possibility. At least 4 or 5 titles, I would say. He didn't do that. He tried to do it his own way. He made a bunch of mistakes, way too many mistakes. But considering how many mistakes he made, for how long will he keep making the mistakes? Because of that, I think he probably figured it out. And it looks like he did. It looks like he's taking it easy. He's taking it slow. He is getting conditioned. He is staying big. This right here is looking promising. I mean, if you're a bodybuilder who is that big and who is just dieting, not super crazy, but he's dieting, and he's adding more of the exotic compounds, more and more and more. He's doing some cardio. He's a little bit hungry here and there. Over the course of 20 weeks or 10 weeks, he's going to be getting sharper and sharper, drier and drier, more and more conditioned. And in the end, he's going to be lean. And I think that's exactly what he's doing. He's taking it very easy. He's not making any rash decisions. He is not being impulsive. I think he's managing to be objective with his body. And it's working. It's working. This year is very promising. In my opinion, guys, I think Samson's going to bring it. and win the Olympia title. And also he posted this video of himself doing some vacuum work. This is what a true professional is doing in the off season. And this is what I believe Nick Walker did. He said that he did this for this prep for the Tampa Pro, and his midsection was much, much better. And Samson is doing this probably all the time. And you can see right here that he's doing the vacuums. He's probably fasted in the morning post-cardio when his stomach is empty. And when he stops the vacuum, he's not letting his stomach go. He's still keeping his abs flexed. And he's breathing through his diaphragm. So he learned how to do that. That's very important. So it seems like he's able to breathe and actually keep the midsection tight, keep the abs flexed, contracted, and then also pull the vacuum, and after letting it go, just controlling the midsection still. So that's a very, very high level of professionalism, especially for a 30-pound bodybuilder at this point. And look at the size of freaking legs, man, and the overall size. And then again, the perfect abs, perfect midsection, perfect waist. This is a very, very dominant bodybuilder as long as he brings it. I don't want to say nail it. He doesn't even need to nail it. As long as he brings it decently, he wins. That's the way I see it, guys. Whatever you think, tell me down below. All right. So tomorrow, guys, we have the Atlanta Pro. And this is what Regan Grimes looks like right now. And for some reason, I'm really confused. Nobody's really talking about how small Regan looks. What the hell happened to his legs? Where are his quads? Why are they so tiny? Are you guys seeing the same thing? His legs look small. Like he was doing 5 hours of stairs this whole prep. I mean, again, because of the fact that nobody's talking about this issue, I'm starting to think that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is Regan super flat, and once he carbs up, he's going to get better. Maybe they're going for better condition this time around, but maybe Regan's physique is just that kind of physique that when you push for condition, you lose a lot of size. And it just doesn't look right. You know, he kind of looks like there is some fat to be stripped off, but after you start pushing it, he just loses the fullness, loses the size. And I think that might have happened here. Now, he does have a new coach, and that's Dom Super Sliced. And I respect that guy. I listen to him. He's very smart, very knowledgeable. But it's one thing to be like a really good doctor, and it's a different thing to be a good coach, to be able to peak a bodybuilder. You know, when you have, for example, a guy like Chris Aceto, he says that even though he graduated, I think he had a medical degree, he says that he never uses any science in bodybuilding. It's all about the feel. It's all about the instincts. It's all about the experience. So when you have these sciencey coaches, I'm not sure if they're able to leave that science behind and just look at the body, listen to the body, and just feel how the body works. Again, I'm not sure if what I'm saying is correct. We have to be proven yet tomorrow. We'll see on that stage. But it seems like, to me, it seems like that Regan is going to be off, that he's going to be small, too small. Now, also, Dom failing with Regan doesn't mean that he's a bad coach. Maybe it's Regan's fault. Maybe it's his body just not responding to something. It's only one bodybuilder. It would suck for Dom to have this opportunity and to mess it up. Even if it's not his fault, it would definitely hurt his look, his image as a coach. But I don't know, guys. Again, I might be completely off the base here because, again, to me, he seems like he's smaller. But maybe it's just the angle. Maybe it's just his flatness. Maybe once he carbs up and peaks for the show, actually, under those lights, next to those guys, he actually ends up looking big, huge, and shredded, or the same as before. That could be the thing, but I'm just not really blown away what I'm seeing right here. And it's not that he's just too small. He also doesn't look super conditioned. So I don't know. I think something went wrong here, but again, I'm not sure. I'm basing this only on one photo and a couple of other snippets that I saw. So we'll see on stage tomorrow. But you guys tell me down below, what do you think? Oh, and also we got a posing video of Joe Palacios 1 day out of Atlanta, and here he is right now. And guys, when I'm watching this, I'm thinking it seems like he's going to be more conditioned. If this is his condition at 1 day out, he's going to be in pretty good shape tomorrow. But what I am worried about is that maybe him and his coach listen to the people, to the critics too much, and they might go with really flatter and more detailed, more drier look for this show. And that could hurt Joe. Maybe that's going to be a winning package, but maybe he's going to be just too flat, too small, and he won't be the Joe that we know, and he might actually do worse. But I am definitely one of the people who were saying that he was off with condition, that he was too soft, that he needs to be sharper. And but I have faith in Joe and his coach, Justin Compton. I know Justin is also very smart, has a lot of experience. So he probably, I hope he didn't let all these comments get to him. And he's going to bring Joe at his best, which is a really big and full Joe with 10% better conditioning, 15% sharper look. And I think they can definitely bring that very, very easily. But whatever you guys think, tell me down below. By the way, guys, for all the coaching inquiries, you can check out my IG, even bodybuilding _. You can see all the transformations from my clients over there. And if you have any questions regarding coaching, you can just DM me on Instagram. And that is going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.